Ford believes, and I totally agree, that one of the key market advantages for Taurus X is its distinctive appearance. We've seen so many crossovers been rushed to market that nearly look the same. That is certainly not the case here. Key landmarks, the tri-bar grille, which just looks sensational. Even the headlamps today, you know, it's so interesting. These used to be just an information source, something you lived with. Boy, not anymore. Designers have done a great job of incorporating them, and of course, you know they've gotten stronger and stronger in terms of their light and focus power. Fog lamps, which American consumers come to expect. Actually, a lot of them drive around in the daylight on a perfectly clear day with, but they love them. And now even tail lamps are starting to get a lot of a design detail, so the vehicle looks distinctive from the back as well. Very sophisticated. Heck, I even like the chrome exhaust tips on this thing. Nicely executed. If you're new to us, you're going to be surprised when I say to you that one of the things I think is an advantage is this stiff body structure. Ford invested a lot of money in this structure, and the customer is the winner because they did it. Now, when we talk about how we construct vehicles, we use a thing called no adjust build. And what it gives us is extraordinarily accurate fit and finish. It's something you could brag about literally on every vehicle on the line because all the gaps and seams are identical. Where does the customer win beyond that quality? Well, it lowers the NVH as well. And sound deadening has become a big issue at Ford Motor Company, and it pays off. Give you an example. They insulate the doors, they've enhanced the insulation in the roofline, and they even foam fill the pillars today. That's how quiet these things have gotten. Boy, I love this, and as a sales consultant, I'd be crazy about it. They're going to a 3-model strategy. You've seen Ford doing that more and more. SEL, you certainly know the brand. Eddie Bauer, that's right, Eddie Bauer, and Eddie Bauer as you know it. We'll more of that later. And of course, still limited. Now, I can remember as a sales consultant walking across a large lot of vehicles and never being able to be sure which model was what in terms of breaking down the actual load-up packages. Boy, that changes effective immediately. SEL, silver cladding every time, halfway down. Eddie Bauer, gold cladding, bottom half. And Limiteds, well, you can always spot them by the chrome caps on the mirrors. This is a huge market advantage. What I'm talking about, key options that will be available on all 3 models. It has become a technique, and particularly guilty of this is Honda and Toyota, of people wanting to sell a package where it actually had key features in it they knew consumers wanted, but they had to step up several models to get. That game's not being played here. No matter which model you buy, you can get the optional moonroof. You can get reverse sensing. And you can get, even on the SEL, you can get this new power liftgate, which works, by the way, awesome. Again, I'm always pleased to say that we've got standard 17-inch wheels, and we even have 2 optional 18-inch wheels, one of which comes with this chrome cladding. Privacy glass has become a big issue in the market. At first, I was caught out by that. Ford wisely stepped up to it because, as it turns out, it does help lower the temperatures of the interior. And again, people like the fact that it can actually have a little bit more privacy back here. So Ford has, in fact, darkened up the glass on a number of its models. And a key punchline Ford wants you to remember. This is a true 7-passenger crossover. At first, that sounds trite, but when you pay attention to what's in the market, that's a huge advantage. A true 7-passenger crossover vehicle that obviously has very distinctive appearance.